RC Addicts here to demonstrate the LED kit. First, we're going to go ahead and say this is what we're starting with: an Axial Yeti Complete 12-volt kit. It's got two whites, 5mm, four 5mm King of Hammer style. So that's going to be the two whites. Those are going to be for your front bumper, your headlight buckets, whatever it is that you're wanting to put them in. Then we got our King of Hammers 4. In the kit, you'll also, this will all be in one bag, minus one of these pieces of paper. You'll get a card, front and back. Decal, of course, 2-in-1 extension. Not going to go into a lot of this today, but it's really plug and play. It's going to go in place of what we are going to demonstrate, which is our Ultimate BEC harness. The Ultimate BEC harness is a upgraded version of this that you can add on to the kit. This you're just going to plug directly into either your RX or your BEC, whatever you're running your LEDs off of, and that will split into two in order to power the two strands that we provide. That being said, while we're there, there's going to be a little shrink tube and 2-pin header. The 2-pin header is used. These are already installed just for ease of use when we're going to demonstrate. The headers are installed in one of the universal plugs, just like so, and then you take the piece of shrink tube and cover it up. Now these headers, they come slightly not even set, so you might gently use the table to even set the pin and the header piece itself. While I'm here, what I just had in my hand was actually a 9-volt connector we sell. It's also an upgrade, $7 shipped. I know it sounds like a lot, guys, but shipping is not cheap, and neither is packaging. So I'm not really, it's not making money. That couples with a 9-volt battery. My go-to choice for powering a lot of things like my VP light bars, stuff like that. I actually have a VP light bar, but it's around here somewhere. This thing, it's an Energizer lithium, and it's a 9-volt. It's fully sealed, plastic, everything. Just it's a great little battery. It lasts about 3 months for me. I don't know how much I run, but 3 months on my VP light bars. It doesn't light up the night like a 3S, but it's damn close. So that's not in the kit though, guys. That's actually an add-on. So like I said, add-on, not in the kit. So kit, 2-in-1 extension, cards, decal. One of the pieces of paper explains what the kit can do. Voltage, 12 volts max. Besides that, you can start off and you can go down to 5 and 6 volts easily. And other guys have said they've tested it even lower. They're still effective. They're not going to be great, but some people don't want but effective. This is going to be for the Ultimate BEC harness, so I was just going to show that. It's got a diagram of one. This comes with every BEC harness, and the BEC harness is an add-on, $15, $20 shipped by itself. It is a RX bypass, which an RX bypass basically takes real quick. Where did I put it? All right, we're back. Sorry. So what I was saying was the Ultimate BEC harness takes the RX bypass, which this is one that I've purchased and I use on all my rigs up until I started building my own. This is basically from Holmes Hobbies, and other places make them. Plugs into your RX here, then you're going to power your BC into it, and you're going to power your servo off of it. It's the same thing I have set up here, but it actually has 2 accessory ports. We'll go into detail on that in a minute. So $15, $20 add-on. Here we go. King of Hammer style light. So this Ultimate BEC harness is now connected to a Mamba Max ESC, a motor just to get everything to work right, 3S SMC pack, and that's powering a Turnigy It's just a little. It had it in my bin. This is the first time I used it. Turnigy BEC 5 amp. You can go between I think 5 and 6 volts, or 5 and 7, or 6 and 7. I don't remember. I don't use it. And a solar, just again in my box, kind of spare, never been used but once. Servo. It's all being connected, and I have my DX3S over here, so you can see everything's moving. The motor, I don't want to make it fly off, so you just saw it. It's got my Spectrum RX. So, BEC harness is plugged into it. The BEC harness supplies the power from the BEC to the servo, isolated. Then you've got the signal wire from the servo is going to be traced back to the RX, as well as a negative power wire from the BEC. Now that's just to properly ground everything so you don't short this thing out. A lot of people rig their own things like this, including myself, which I've done before, and you don't ground it properly, you can really fry out a servo. Guilty, done it before. Off of that, what I added in that's different from this servo, or this harness, is the 2 accessory ports. And the 2 accessory ports are nothing more than basically 2 positive and negative plugs, also connected within the harness and all soldered together, hand soldered by myself, shrink tubed over and everything. And those are what you're going to power either LEDs, or you could power a winch off of this thing. You could power anything that you want to power off of an isolated BEC source. So the isolated BEC source to the extra channels, and now what we'll do is we'll plug in the King of Hammers. Oops, negative, positive Troy. And there we go. So we've got the King of Hammers spread. And then in the secondary port, we'll plug in the dual buckets for the front. So there you go. There's our lights. So that's how easy they are to really play with. If you buy the harness, you plug everything in, it's all ready to go. The only difference with the 2-in-1 unit is the 2-in-1 is just literally a splitter. You still plug this into an outlet on your RX. You just wouldn't plug it into your steering port. You would plug it into your auxiliary. Same thing, you got 2 little accessory ports, no big deal. You can add on extra ones of these, $3. Shipped, guys, again, 7, but I would never really sell you just that. Now that we've done that, let's cut the lights off real quick and show something. Just wanted to show, that's the brightness on 3S. Not sure how that's translating on the camera, but it's pretty good. The reason I wanted to show that was while we're in the dark, I'm going to go ahead and throw the lithium 9-volt on just to show everybody, because people are skeptical about these 9-volt sources, and I love them. That is a 9-volt. It's actually, in my opinion, brighter. It's more focused on the 12, but it's a brighter on the 9. So I think that it's a great idea to keep a 9-volt around. I run the 9-volt on my Tundra light bar. Anyways, so there's that one. Let's go ahead and just swap them back out. So we got it. See the white, 2 whites on the same voltage of 9 volts. Again, I don't know. Whoa. So that is how we light it up with the LED kits. 12 volt, or 12 volt max. Optimum, I'd say in the 9 range, maybe 7.5 to 9. I haven't really tested, to be honest. I'm not a huge tester of the voltages and all. I know what I get, I know what I'm making, and I know what I'm doing with them, but I don't really mess with the other part. So anyways, LED kits. Just show you the strand on the King of Hammers. It doesn't have to be that long because most people have the balance plug they're running off of, or their RX is relocated. You can also run a servo adapter, or if you tell me when you order it where your RX is, that's even better, because I can custom length the wiring for it. The front one, pretty standard too. Doesn't need to be that long. Your bumper's kind of right there, and that runs far enough usually to get to the splitter. So from there, because you would actually, in a Yeti, like I have mine set up, you would have this outside the RX, but I don't even know if you're still using the standard RX. But if you do, I would run a servo extension to the RX waterproofed, and then outside of the waterproof box, I would actually connect this to a servo extension, shrink tube the connections all around just for waterproofing. But after that, you just find a place to kind of tuck this back underneath the ESC and servo area. I don't want to put my Yeti up here to show you, but anyways, so that's our unit. That's how we run our packaging. That's how these are. They're great units. It's all about ease, versatility. Again, you can plug these just to show you off of a balance plug, no problem. You could use my 9-volt sources, whatever you want to do, little flight packs. ATXRC Addicts, 12-volt, complete, versatile, all top of the line stuff. We back up our stuff. If you have a problem, let us know. We'll fix it. Check us out on YouTube. It's just our video page for the ATXRC Addicts, and it's YouTube at tpaulnakan.com. I'll have it at the bottom of the screen. And till next time, guys.